everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk all about the Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM. Today's video is not going to be a review where I go over pros, cons, and if I recommend the bag. Instead, I want to have an open discussion about this bag, my thoughts before getting it, how I got my bag, and my thoughts in 2026. It's going to be a very chatty video. Honestly, I just want to speak freely and share my thoughts of this bag with you guys. So if you want to grab a snack, a drink, go ahead and do that. Or maybe if you just want to play this video while you're getting ready or something like that, that's cool too. So I started getting into designer bags, I want to say my second year of college, so 2021 or 2022. And of course, I was introduced to the Louis Vuitton Neverfull because she is just super popular. And I feel like as a university student, we just carry so much stuff that a Louis Vuitton is basically every college girl's dream bag. When I first discovered Louis Vuitton, my favorite print was the Damier Ebene print. I thought for sure if I get a Neverfull one day, it's gonna be a Damier Ebene. I feel like back then, the hate towards Neverfulls were not as big as nowadays because now there's TikTok and so people get to freely express their opinions. But back in my college days, I felt like a lot of people still loved the Neverfull. But I did put off getting this bag for a very long time because she is very expensive and I just couldn't justify the price back then. So what I did was I got a lot of alternatives that reminded me of the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. And one of my favorite alternatives is the Coach City Tote. I believe I purchased like 5 to 6 different City Tote because that was how obsessed I was with this bag. And I'm going to share a picture of all the City Totes that I ever bought just for fun. I feel like that would be kind of cool to share with you guys. I did end up getting rid of everything but one bag. Going back to the Neverfull, I finally got my Neverfull in March to April of 2024 and I got my bag from Rebag. I actually did a trade with them. I traded my Prada Re-Edition 2005 in the black nylon and a Louis Vuitton Noé GM in the epi leather, the black epi leather. And I believe for both of my bags, I got about $1,200. And this bag was listed for $1,370, but there was a coupon on it for like $100 off. So in total, I paid about $90 for this trade. There was like a $40 difference and I had to pay one-way shipping. So that was $90, which is totally okay. And my bag, as you guys can see, is in the monogram print. You guys know that I wanted the Damier Ebene. I got this one because it was just the one that was available in the condition and the price range that I was looking for. And honestly, I did not mind getting the monogram. I'll get into that a little later. But for now, let me just give you an overview of my bag. So this is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. As you guys can see, she is still in pretty good condition. There are some patina on the vachetta leather, but it's not that dark. And I feel like overall it's still very even. There are no crackings whatsoever, and the side chaps are still very nice and strong. My bag was listed as fair condition, but to me, I want to say she's in great condition. Let me show you guys what it came with. So for like $1,200, mine came with a dust bag. And I did put a sticker here. It says Neverfull. Just in case this one get lost with my other dust bags, I know which one this one goes with. And then it also came with the original pouch. I said original because the day code on both of these pieces are the same. And I just felt like that's super special because I know people tend to sell like the pouch separately and the bag separately. So mine is actually a set. And then inside of my bag, I just have an organizer. But let me show you the inside of this bag because she is in amazing condition. Look at that. There is no stains or pen mark whatsoever inside of this bag. And I know some people experience peeling in the back pocket. Mine is cloth, so I do not have that problem. And I have some cards in this pouch, but this one is also in amazing condition. Like, it's such a worth it trade for me. So when I first got the Neverfull, I did use it a lot for work. My old job, I worked in the accounting department, so everyone was to themselves and people could care less what bag you take to work. So I always took my Neverfull and my Speedy 30 bandolier. However, now I work from home and with a different company, and there's like no need for me to carry such a big bag. And even when I do go to work, I feel like with our clientele and just like the people that I work with, I prefer not to carry this bag to work. It's just a personal preference. I could care less what people think. It's just I have other reasons to not carry this bag to work. But I still really like having her in my collection every time I go on a road trip or just like traveling in general. She is one of my top candidates. Next, let's talk about how I'm liking the monogram, because you guys know that I wanted the Damier Ebene. I actually really like the monogram. I feel like I was gonna be overwhelmed with how much like logo was on this bag, but I feel like for the Neverfull it looks super pretty and I do not mind the LVs at all. And my Speedy 30 bandolier is already in the Damier Ebene, and I feel like I would be overwhelmed if the Speedy 30 and the Neverfull are both the same print. Like, it will just be too much of the same print. I was also worried about the vachetta on this bag, but honestly she has impressed me. I feel like she has held up really, really well, and I feel like the straps are very comfortable. My straps have softened and it's very like flexible now. I feel like it may have even stretched a little bit, so now it fits over my shoulder even more comfortably. I was looking at some review on the Damier Ebene and people said that the strap is like very stiff and almost like quote unquote plasticky, which this one does not have that problem at all. And I'm very glad for that, even though I love the Damier Ebene print too. But yeah, overall, I do really like the Neverfull. The only con with this bag is that I live in Washington and it does rain a lot here. So some days I want to take her out, but I'm like, no, it's raining. That is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!